So, what about like your own music? Because I know you dedicated your first album to your grandpa, and you're working on a second one, which is on hold at the moment. What's going on there?
Oh
What's
yeah.
the hold up?
Well, first of all, we called it the long road, so I'm in this joke right now that the long road is gonna take a long time.
How many
No,
miles?
I know. But I finished most of the album, honestly. It's pretty much almost there. So we only have like a little bit left to do for it, but I had to put it on hold because there's some top secret stuff going on, and it was kind of encouraged. I asked around to some of my friends on that,
Your
because I
circle,
wanted,
your circle
yeah,
of trust.
yeah, some people who have been through the experience that I can't talk about, but I am talking about sort of. So a lot of people who listen are probably like, "What is she talking about?" Well, hopefully you'll find out. But um, I asked her, and she basically said, "Yeah, I would hold off until
When the news is released.
yes,
Got
this
it.
top secret news is completed."
Hmm.
So
Are you on somebody else's album that we need to know about?
I wish that was easy enough to say, but nope, it's more top secret than that.
All right. Well, I won't pry it out of you, but what any songs that we've heard that are on the album, or is it all new stuff that no one's really heard of?
No, most of them are songs that I've been playing. I mean, like, there's still two songs right now that I'm not sure. I've recorded a lot of songs, but not all of them are gonna make the record because I was like,
That's how
oh,
it always is.
yeah, I was like, okay, it didn't turn out maybe the way I would have envisioned the song to, or
It's
you
like
know,
the When You're Dead album. They all come out, so you just got to have that album aside. That's
that's
a bad joke.
hilarious.
It's a bad
Oh
joke.
my gosh, that is so funny, but it is true, yes. And it's like, well, it's it's time and it's money and um, it is kind of it's a lot of stuff. The process is
Is there any
it
songs
can
that you're
be.
super excited for people to hear? Like
Yes.
the final versions of them?
Yeah. Well, I actually do have one new song that I wrote, and I didn't know it was going to go on the album. But kind of like my grandpa, I had this big purpose behind my first album. It was like, I was grieving and I wanted to share that with the world, and make them feel like they're not alone if they are grieving or going through that experience. And this time, I was kind of thinking about this album and I thought, well, yeah, it's about perseverance for sure, but I think people don't realize like some of the stuff that I've been through in my life. And so I wrote this song called All in Our Heads, and it's about basically like diseases that you can't see. So what they call invisible diseases, and it's really supposed to be inspiring for people who might be suffering from an illness that a lot of times there's a social stigma behind. People will say like you're not trying hard enough, or you
So it's a
know,
song about the naysayers,
yeah,
kind
it
of.
is. It's kind of like a positive. I'm really trying to. I'm sharing my own experience with my own illness, but I'm trying to do it so that it can kind of stop some of this stigma. Because these people, they're constantly like, they put people down that, oh, well, you don't look sick.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's for those people who might feel that way too. Because I've heard really bad stuff. Like, sometimes people take their lives over this stuff. So I would definitely hope that it could be something where someone hears it and they're like, okay, I'm not alone.
So I'm lucky enough to be able to share a sample of her song. It's not all in our heads, and we're gonna just take a quick sneak peek. And I'm actually curious how it's gonna sound.
Yeah.
Where they treated me like I'm just a druggie, but I've been sober 11 years now. Where I live happy, joyous, and free. Except for one thing. Some people think we are making it up. We ain't trying hard enough. It's not all in our heads, it's not all in our heads, it's not all in our heads. It's okay to dream of being pain-free, not alone together. We'll find a remedy. It's not all in our head, it's not all in our head. Ooh, 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 ooh. This dark.
Well, Allie, that is an amazing track. I wish I could play the whole thing, but I don't want to give it all away yet because you still got to release it, and I am super stoked for the new album.
Yay, me too.
buy the album when it comes out at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But no, that's really cool. What about any other songs that you're super stoked about, or just some fun songs? Or
Yeah, I mean, we have Troubadour, which I think
That's a
came
good
out amazingly on the recording. I mean, it's so rockin', and it's kind of, it definitely talks about the female music artist, the lack of representation thereof. But so I'm excited about that one. I'm excited about this song I wrote called Fighter. It came out way better than I thought. I actually didn't even think it was that great of a song when I wrote it. I was like, yeah, it's cool, but it's, I kind of want to record this, but I don't, I don't know. It was weird. And then when I went and recorded it and heard it back, I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. Like, it came out actually maybe one of my favorites, which I didn't think it was going to do that. I kind of was like, oh, it'll be good, but it won't be great.
Yeah, because it's like, I think with you, you're so used to just the guitar.
Yeah.
And then when you throw musical instruments behind you, I think it's like, holy crap, where did she come from?
Yeah, and it's so cool because I like kind of tell them what I want. So I'll be like, okay, I want this tone, or I want like you to do this, or I want this kind of background. I want, whatever. So I get to like do some of the creative choices on the production side. And when it came to life on that one, I was like, holy crap, that might be my favorite song on this album right now. So
back to your album for a second. You're obviously delayed. Are we looking at maybe the end of the year, next year? Who's been producing it for you? What are we looking at?
Well, okay, I've been using Ken Royster, who did a lot for Luke Combs, and
That's why you did the photo.
Yeah, I did the side-by-side photo
Yes.
with Luke because Luke was a live streamer, and I'm a live streamer technically.
Okay.
That's where I got my first started honing in an audience, like we talked about.
Dude, his album's so good though.
Oh, yeah.
From top to bottom.
Oh.
And even like his earlier album that not a lot of people listen to, like you see the remixed song. I mean, it's like night and day. So yeah. Your guy.
He's so
that's
good.
legit.
He pays attention to detail, but also I love him because he is so hardworking and he cares about like the artist that's hardworking too. If you work hard, he's gonna care. And I really respect that about him. And he helped Luke get where he is sort of by giving him a great product that gave him some recognition. And I do think that our products that we've worked on are awesome. I mean, I couldn't have imagined them to be, I even would listen to them, even though I hate listening to myself. Like, I'm like, dang, I want to listen to this, So I'm looking forward to it. But it could be the latest that it will be, I will say, probably the latest possible drop of this album, like the full album for everybody, would be February of next year.
What?
That will be the latest because
your top secret news.
Yeah, could take 6 months.
Got it.
So if that...
What, are you leaving the country on a tour or something?
No.
Okay. So then in the meantime, are you going to drop any like singles or any...
Yes. So I'm going to try... I was hoping while I'm here to do a video for the song All in Our Heads that we talked about a little bit.
It's been raining. I mean, it's kind of...
But this weekend might be sunny. So I was thinking hopefully we can... I don't know. I would have liked to because I don't really see that I'll have any other time to drop a video.
Michael Pohl, I'm going to reach out to you and see what we can do. If he's going to listen to this before the weekend.
Yeah, Michael Pohl, if you're available. And you and Mike, I got the Skrilla for the product.
I don't think we've got to worry about that one. So anyway, and then just so we're looking at a couple singles maybe throughout the year, and then I think by next February at the very latest, you'll drop the full album. And I'm sure by that time you'll have a whole nother album behind it ready to go because
I wonder
so much freaking time has passed.
Well,
but you're only gonna get better with the talent.
It's only gonna. I don't know if we're gonna have another album by then, but I definitely know there will be a lot of experience out there. So hopefully, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, if in a bad way, if nothing comes of it, I mean, my album could drop by like June. Which would actually be kind of depressing because that means that the top secret mission has come to a close. But
you failed your mission?
Yeah, I failed it. No, I won't think anything's failure. I mean, there's always blessings in everything. So it's like no matter what, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah. So if that's why the earliest it could be like the next couple months, but the latest, which I don't see it being that. Gosh, I wouldn't want people to wait that long, but if worst came to worst,
or they could follow you on social media and hear the songs ahead of time, just not overly produced.
Yeah, that's true. I do play them all the time. And so, yeah, I'm going to try. The people who pre-ordered are going to get, like, incentives and get more things than everybody else because they pre-ordered. And, of course, they're going to have it first. I'm trying to be very careful about what I do with that, too, because I don't want it to get leaked or anything if I was to give it out. So I'm trying to make sure that there's incentives out there and the people who backed and pre-ordered still get everything first. But, yeah.
Very nice.
So hopefully all goes well.